tuition free.
3 months paid family and medical leave. Health care is a right of all people, not a privilege.
Well, socialism is here. Independent socialist Bernie Sanders has a new plan to get jobs for everybody. He wants to take your money to pay for guaranteed jobs for everybody in the country. Jobs funded by your federal taxes. The jobs would pay at least $15 an hour with health care benefits. And look at these Democrats, Kirsten Gillibrand and Cory Booker. They like the idea, too. This is their path to the White House. Let's take it up with former special assistant to President Trump, Marc Lotter. Marc, they have no more sense than a flock of geese here. I mean, this sounds like a really hard left turn by the Democrats that started under Obama. I mean, do people have a right to a job? Socialism is just morally reprehensible.
It is so far to the left. I mean, it just shows you how out of touch the Democrat Party has become. We are at what economists consider full employment right now. Every day we're reading headlines across the country about companies that are adding jobs. The problem in many areas is not enough workers, not too few jobs. So this just seems to be a stretch to try to appeal to their crazy liberal base on the coasts, and I can't see it going anywhere.
Yeah, Marc, you make an important point. There's 6.1 million jobs that are unfilled, people are not in those jobs. But companies can't find workers for those 6.1 million jobs. This whole thing that the Democrats are doing about socialism, it's about envy. It's divisive. It's about something for nothing. And guess who runs economies in socialist countries? The military. Look at Cuba and Venezuela. Universities here teaching that.
Absolutely. And what happens when you don't get the guaranteed government job you wanted? The government starts telling you, well, no, you should have another job in another area. I mean, that's not America. America says you can pursue your dream. Go get it. Go get after it. Make more money and do it. And it just shows you what's happening with this country in certain sections. It's unfortunate. And I actually kind of chuckled when I saw this was a headline today. I'm like, they can't be serious.
Yeah, Marc, to your point, capitalism is aspirational. Socialism is envy. But what's really striking, Marc, to your point? We've got 3 White House presidential hopefuls on the Democrat side. They like this idea. We're talking Senator Kirsten Gillibrand. Here's what she said, quote, if Republicans could give $1.5 trillion in tax cuts to corporations and the wealthiest among us, why can't we invest a similar amount in a guaranteed jobs plan? Here's the thing. Does Kirsten Gillibrand think jobs grow on trees? Is there a government money tree that jobs grow on? I mean, who does she think employs nearly 200 million Americans?
And to your point, where are these jobs coming from? And here's the fact, the $1.5 trillion she's talking about is creating more jobs. You have Chrysler moving jobs from Mexico to Michigan to build automobiles again. You have companies that are giving bonuses and bigger paychecks because of the leadership that President Trump has shown on the tax cuts and getting the weight of government off of business. If they want to run for president, I encourage them to do so with this message because we can already start planning the inauguration of in 2020 for President Trump.
Well, it's not your parents' Democrat Party. I mean, I don't know what JFK and Dick Gephardt and Bill Bradley would say about this party. And even Ted Kennedy wouldn't have been so far left like this with this plan. Look at this, Marc. Here's what's going on. The Midwest, the purple states, the flyover states, the Democrats there are saying, you know what, stop with the Russia drumbeat. The voters don't care about it. You're alienating our Democrat voters. What do you think of that?
Well, they're absolutely right, and it's one of the reasons why but they have long forgotten those voters in the Midwest in what they used to be called the Rust Belt, and that's one of the reasons why President Trump won those states, because he went there, he campaigned and said, we can protect your jobs, we can bring your jobs back, I will fight for fair trade that results in those jobs in many cases coming back. That's why they elected him. He's doing it, and it's actually working, and I think that's a very strong message, and one of the reasons why the Democrat Party has really given up on much of the Midwest, and they are just now consigned to the coasts.
Marc, great to see you. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks,
really
Liz.
appreciate it.